Hi, I'm Patrick Risley, and I'm the pastor at First Presbyterian Church, Fort Lauderdale, and welcome to this week's Sneak Peek, where we get a glimpse of what's coming up in church this weekend. Well, my friends, as I look over the last few weeks, I once again want to thank you for the time you have provided me to tend to Kelly, be with my family, and tend to the business surrounding our celebration of life this next Saturday. I am so grateful to you. I am grateful to and for Dr. Maston and Reverend Merchant for doing such a great job of leading the church and preaching well in the pulpit during my absence. This church is blessed to have them. My friends, this Sunday we're going to be looking at two texts which I encourage you to read and ponder upon. Our first text is a brief snippet from Joshua chapter 5, verses 8 through 12. And the second scripture is from Paul's letter to Corinthians, and we'll look at 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 16 to 21. Now, both scriptures speak to newness and responsibility. In Joshua, we read how the beleaguered wandering Hebrews cross west over the Jordan and finally, after 40 years, enter the Promised Land. In Corinthians, we find Paul discussing the difference between the way things are and the way God intends things to be. He then goes on and outlines our responsibility in the process for the change that needs to occur. You know, my friends, over the last few weeks, I've been speaking with folks who are asking, how do we as a church market ourselves to the larger community? And some may say, market the church. Isn't that what businesses do? Well, marketing is nothing more than letting others know you exist. And you look for creative ways to get the word out on the product. Well, the church doesn't sell products. The church provides community, focus on building relationships with Jesus and with others. Look again to my text from 2 Corinthians. So, my friends, the question really is a question about how we go about getting the news out in the community about Jesus in the community of faith we call First Presbyterian Church, Fort Lauderdale. My mentor in this is Jesus himself. Jesus went about building relationships one-on-one and then inviting those people into an encounter with the larger community. Well, in just a few weeks, we will be celebrating Holy Week and Easter. And studies have indicated that the number one point of reentry for folks into church is Christmas and Easter time. So, my friends, think about your relationships with your neighbors, your colleagues, or folks you run into in the community. Who can you invite to join you for worship during this moving time of year? You see, the best marketers of the church are you and your already established relationships. People respond to a personal invitation. So think about who you can invite to join you and your family over our worship services and the choral concert on April 3rd. My friends, I can't wait to get back in the pulpit and see you again this Sunday. Blessings.